Alright, I have an announcement to make, but before I make the announcement, I want to show you something that just happened that I received a day or two ago from a fellow named Gary Evans. And he found this, which is a lung, and it's a mud fossil lung, and the way you can tell that is the articulation of the blood vessels, and the black is the ferrous oxide O2 blood, which is the depleted blood that comes in to get reoxygenated, and the red blood is where it's been reoxygenated to a point, and the tubing is the vascularization that you see in this picture here. Now, and we are seeing it broken somewhere in this area, and we're seeing the black in the body. It looks blue because it's not exposed to oxygen in the way it is in the environment, and it turns black. And the red stays reddish because of the O3 state, and it becomes chelated and preserved. It's a metal complex chelation, they call it. Now, fossils. Now, this is that particular lung, and I know it's a lung because I have many of them myself. I don't have one as good as this, and the external, which I have some other pictures of this, shows the it's called pleura, and it's a fabric-ish coating, and the Greeks called it tunica. But it's a connective tissue that wraps around organs of everything, but it's specifically thick on the lungs. Now I'm going to show you another shot that he sent me, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that I have. But what I'm getting at is, it's time to acknowledge this. This is, you know, I mean, this is not. This is silly not to pay attention to this. And I have many of these lungs and mud fossils. Here's one that's been, this is a lung. It's the same sort of thing. All the vascularization is leached out of this one because it was in a volcanic area. But you can still see the blood that it was inside, the red ferrous oxide that's inside here. And they leach out of here, all the body fluids. You end up with the structural part of it. And they come in all different sizes, little tiny ones. I have this one right here. This is a lung, believe it or not, that's a lung. And this right here, that little tiny dot, is the airway that goes in. I don't know, it's a chipmunk or something, I don't know. And this is what leaks out. The blood fluid leaks out, and it died in this. You see how it's flat on the bottom? See that? It died laying flat like this. That's a lung. I don't know what it's to. I have literally hundreds of them, and I have them that bled out myself, completely bled. Literally drops of blood came out of them. So this is not, you know, this is not uncommon. And you could go in your back. Well, let me put it this way: if you look in the mud, and this was found in a tidal area, but very silty mud. And it's continuously wet. Your lowlands in the continuously wet muds is what preserves this. And the reason is that nobody seems to understand is that the blood vessels in your body, their entire function is to keep things out of the blood supply and keep the blood supply in this tube. They are literally inert in your body. There is almost nothing that affects them, and they acids and all kinds of things. That your body is loaded with chemistry, and that is there to separate things and keep the blood in, keep the rest of the stuff out. When you die and you are preserved in wet, fine muds and particulates, that stuff doesn't even know you're dead. That stuff is thinking that you're still alive because it's still wet. Now, if it dries out, it crumbles. It just falls apart. So what happens is they go looking out in the dirt and the dust for all the fossils. They're just looking in the wrong place. It's crazy. They don't, and nobody will pay attention to this. It's been years. I showed this, not this particular shot here, but you know, the ones that I've had DNA tested. I've had them DNA tested, CAT scan. They are what they are. And I tried to show them to Yale. They wouldn't accept. They will not look at them. Harvard won't look at them. Johns Hopkins won't look at them. None of them will look at them. So I'm taking it to the streets. So I am opening a school. It's going to be called Mud Fossil University. And we're going to go over all the new evidence. And who cares what anybody says? You're going to have to know the truth sooner or later. So pay attention to what I'm telling you. And show this to little kids. And if they don't want to show them to little kids, you prove it's wrong, because you're teaching something. You're just wasting these kids' time. Showing them, saying, oh, this is nothing, it's just all dirt, and things came together and bumped molecules and they turned into life that started drawings and music and killed each other and wanted a Ferrari that was red instead of pink. It's insanity. The things that they're telling you is real. So stick with me. There's no charge. And there's no refunds. And there's no rules. You got a problem with what I say? Be respectful. If you're not respectful, you are gone. And there's no coming back. You get one chance. No, you don't even get one chance. You be disrespectful and give me a very bad tone, which you may pick up a bad tone from me towards academics. I'm sorry. I've lived through this for years, and I know what I'm up against. So you may pick that up from me, but you won't pick it up from me towards you if you're respectful to me. I have lost all respect for literally all institutions, but academia specifically. I mean, I don't think they're at all interested in the truth. I think they're interested in job security and peer acceptance. And if you even look at this or admit you looked at this, I mean, I've sent out hundreds of not one single response, none, zero. So, and I think my email works, so that's what we're up against. So I'm just, you take it or leave it, and I'm just going to present it, and then we'll go over what the evidence is. But if you're disrespectful and you're not going to be factual, and that's all I care about, is be factual. Just say, well, this is not ferrous oxide, it is bone char, or you're going to have to give me specifics, because I'm coming with you specifics. Physical objects, DNA tests, CAT scans, and undeniable, unimpeachable physical existence of the things. So that's where we're going, and I'm going to go a little deeper with this. This is part one, but the Mud Fossil University is going to be on YouTube, and it's going to be on Facebook. And we're going to have one for the Mud Fossils Kids Club that are going to go out with their parents and have a wonderful time out looking for reality and see what you can find. I found fingers and toes and lungs and hearts and burses and bones and everything you could, and they're all complete organs, and they're all complete body parts. They're not little scraps of bones. So stick with me. And this is the introduction to Mud Fossils University. Like I said, no charge, no credits, and no refunds.